Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Reading Again this week with Mrs. Shaw. I am so glad to see you here again, ready to learn some more reading skills. Let's get started on our slideshow for this week. This week in reading, your learning goals are: I can describe personal connections to a variety of sources. I can identify the plot, problem, and solution in a story. And I can demonstrate knowledge of fables. Let's go back to the top where we're talking about describing making a personal connection to a variety of sources. What that means, boys and girls, is when you are listening to a story, you are going to try to make a connection. That means you are going to try to think of a time that you felt the same as the character, something it reminds you of from your own life, something that reminds you of a book that maybe someone read to you at another time. Or maybe it reminds you of something that is happening or has happened in the world. You're going to try to make some kind of connection. Next, we're going to move on to identifying the plot, problem, and solution in a story. If you will recall, the plot is what happens in the story. You are going to retell the story using the beginning, the middle, and the end of what you remember happening in the story. The problem is something that happens in the story that's not good or that we don't want to see. And the solution is where the problem is solved. Finally, we are going to learn something new this week, and that is about fables. A fable is a story that teaches a moral lesson, and it usually has animals in it, and the animals talk and act like humans, like you and me. Many times they will have animals such as turtles or rabbits or bears or something like that. Think of the story Pete the Cat, how Pete is a cat. He is not a person, but he is acting like a person and talking. Well, fables have the same thing. Think about the story, the fable, The Tortoise and the Hare. If you have never seen it, ask your parents to show you. In that fable, the tortoise and the hare talk, and they act like humans would, like you or I would. Good luck on your meeting your reading goals this week. Now let's move on. This week in phonics, we are going to begin identifying the beginning sounds in words. For instance, if I told you the word bus and asked you to tell me the beginning sound in bus, you would say b, because bus begins with b. What about octopus? What sound does octopus begin with? That's right, boys and girls. Octopus begins with ah. So this week you're going to practice doing that. Let's move on. Now, boys and girls, it's time for us to watch a video together about making text connections.
Let's make connections. How do readers make connections? Good readers make connections by using what they already know to connect a text to their life experiences, another text, or the world. Text to self means connecting the story to your life and experiences. This reminds me of that one day. Text to text means connecting the story to another book. This reminds me of that one book I read. Text to world, connecting the story to the real world. I remember hearing about this on the news. now you're ready to make your own connections. See you next time.
All right, boys and girls, I cannot wait to hear the connections that you made to text this week. As always, keep practicing your awesome reading habits to develop. And until next time, I will see you, and I hope you have a happy week of reading. Talk to you later. Bye bye.